Hey everyone, welcome back to the vlog. Just answering Steve Hall's question about mooring pins and rings. It's probably something I haven't touched on, and something that may not be that obvious to new boaters or people outside the UK who don't use the canals. But basically, along the major town centres and service points, you'll find mooring rings, and these are mooring rings here. And you can basically, they're fixed at certain points along the canal, so you can basically tie your boat up to any of those mooring rings. I've also got another one on the bow. They're not always the best space, you kind of got to maneuver your boat a little bit to accommodate the rings. Also, what I do use are mooring pins. If I want to secure the boat a little bit more, like sometimes, like I said, there's a bit of slack on the ropes. So probably not so much this one. It's not too bad, it's a little bit loose. I'm not really worried about it, it's secure. I'm not overly worried about it, but if you want to kind of tighten the boat up to stop it moving, I'll actually add mooring pins. There's the mooring pins, I'll just show you one, what it looks like. So these are mooring pins. And you just chuck these into the ground using a mallet. And as you can see, I've attached a bit of white plastic around it as well. It's just to stop, walkers and cyclists and people, tripping over the mooring pin, particularly if it's only halfway in the ground. It can just act as a bit of a reflector. It's just an extra precaution I add to help other people who use the towpath. In a lot of areas around, you'll find, it's not so prevalent here, you can see a railing going across there. You'll find like big sort of steel, silver coloured metal pilings, they're called, and they're kind of basically a rail underneath it, and you can attach one of these. These are called nappy pins, and they basically attach into the pilings, and you can just wrap your rope around those. So I often use these are fantastic things to have if you've got a boat and you don't have these. It's basically saves you having to tap in mooring pins every time you moor up. So they're not expensive, but I have had a couple of lovely subscribers donate these to me, so I'm very lucky in that respect. So that's what I use. If you have any questions on that or anything, please sing up below and I'll be more than happy to answer.